We are celebrating springtime this morning here on Great Day since it became spring yesterday, first official day. And after a dark winter of grays and browns, we're ready to see some spring color.
Yeah, so here to provide some of that springtime color with some calla lilies and geraniums and an artichoke. Can you pick which one that is? Well, we have Betsy Thornburg here from Belmont Nursery. Thanks a lot for being here.
Thank you for asking.
So is spring your favorite time of year?
It is. Everything's fresh. Everything's new. The flowers are starting to bud. Roses are starting to have buds on them. It's just a great time of year. New leaves coming on the trees. Last summer was very hot, so they were ready for their winter rest, and now they're ready to go.
Well, what would be some general gardening tips that we could use?
Right now, the best thing to do is probably get your beds ready. Either mulching them to provide better drainage, to keep the water moisture in the ground, since we need to watch our water, and going through your irrigation system and making sure everything's working properly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because when the heat comes, they're definitely going to need to have some
ready.
water.
Yep.
The soil types, there's a lot.
There
How
is.
do you choose?
Well, our soil here natively is very high in clay, hardpan. We have areas and pockets of sandy loam, which is good, better for the plant. But when you're planting in those hard clay areas, you need to break through the hardpan. The plant will perform much better if it's able to drain and to put its roots out.
And for a neophyte like me, what do you have here? What are these plants?
This is a geranium, a zonal geranium. Very beautiful colors,
Yeah,
really
gorgeous.
vibrant. They continue to bloom all spring. They might take a little rest in the summer when it gets hot, but then bloom again in the fall. And this is a Calla Lily,
That's
Lots
gorgeous.
of different colors in one
harbinger of
plant.
spring.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and this comes in several different colors as well.
Okay. And then that is an artichoke.
That's an artichoke.
You got to give yourself some
And they
space
do
for
great
that,
here in Fresno. You can grow your own artichokes if you let the bud go to flower. It's a beautiful thistle flower. Right now it's popular as vegetables.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So we have a full range of vegetables: tomatoes, peppers, squash. We have it all.
I was talking to a cousin of mine yesterday about planting tomatoes and when. Is there a certain kind or certain kinds that are better with the heat, or they're all pretty good with?
They're all pretty good. It's how we maintain them, how we take care of them is going to be whether they do well or not. You don't want to overwater them, and you want to make sure that you keep an eye on the moisture in the leaves, because it'll tell you if something's wrong.
Well, and speaking of the watering, what about drought-friendly plants? Is it a good time to plant those, or should you wait?
Oh no, absolutely. Now's a good time to plant drought tolerant. Thinking of it's going to be hot in the summer.
Yeah.
And there are several plants within that range that can be planted, and you wouldn't think they were maybe drought tolerant, but it's the way we water them, is we can train the plant to be more drought tolerant.
How do we do that?
Just by giving it maybe less water, deeper water. Drip irrigation is really good for that. And treating it, not babying it too much.
Okay. See, that was your
That
problem.
was my problem.
You just spent
all the
too much-
time.
Yeah.
Give it a nickname.
Okay. Now, is there any plant out there that is like new or you totally recommend for our area?
I really like, my favorite tree right now is the Raphiolepis or Indian Hawthorn standard. That's all budded up. It's a tree with the hawthorn bush, you might say, on the top. And it's all budded up. It's going to bloom here soon. Pink flowers. It's a 10 to 12 foot tree, so it's not really big, and it would fit very nicely in a lot of Fresno yards.
Yeah, dress things up.
Now, one thing that I've seen at your place and never any place else, and I was too late last year, but I got one this year. The Merlot Lavender.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
Oh my gosh, I'd never seen anything
All
like
you have
that
to
before.
do is brush up against it and it's just lavender.
Yeah.
Can it also deter mosquitoes? But you have to agitate the foliage.
Oh, okay. Very good. Well, I figured if my dogs were going past
That's
it
it.
too,
Yeah.
that would be a good agitation.
No, it's a beautiful plant and very drought tolerant.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Well, thank you so much for coming on. We really
you.
appreciate it. Is there any advice you give people who are like, go out there and we're holding our thing and we want everything, and you can't, do you have steps for?
I would say take an area at a time.
Okay.
Okay, let's work on this bed. Make it beautiful. I want to continue that look. Now let's go over here and do the same thing. So it's not so overwhelming.
Yeah, because it can be. Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Really appreciate your help. And always very helpful when you go there and ask questions and everything like that. So for all of your gardening needs, stop by Belmont. It's in Fresno on, let's see, what street? Belmont Avenue, just east of Temperance, out past Belmont Country Club.
Not past.
No, before.
Yes.
Before.
I stop at your place before I go. Yes, thank you.
It is now 9:40.